our boy in the mid lane, as it's going to be first game Kiana jungle. So, yes, there was a lot banned, but this hasn't been winning.
So my main issue with this, and this is something that I think goes for a lot of teams, is that even if Raptor is able to play this well, and I think Kiana does have a really high barrier of entry, it's a very mechanical champion, is it really Raptor carry that you want with this team? Because Kiana, to me, isn't the type of jungler. Your early ganks are okay, right? You do have the root with the right element, but it's not that great. I don't think he compares to a lot of the other picks we've seen him play, where he is able to have a really great impact early in the bot lane. Now, you still have a good bot lane matchup. I still think that the Nico and Corki are going to do fine. But following the game plan that BNK have shown, I think that they're gravitating a lot more towards the team as a whole, and particularly those early skirmishes. Like the 6 spikes for BNK, I think, are miles ahead of where DK is. But DK, if we get to the mid to late game in teamfight stages, the 5v5 for them, I think, is insanely powerful.
For game number 1, hoping to be another carry alongside of this Unara. As we're ready, let's hop into the rift for game number 1.
For BNK, I think you just want to fully send it, right? This is just a composition that is...
Stopped his back and actually came to mid lane. Flash on in for the root. Raptor in a bunch of trouble, but this is Kiana. So he just, double dashes away, and now it's Showmaker without his flash.
Sure. And not panning out. I don't know if... I don't think he got cancelled. I think he is just looking for a possible wraparound. But he will get spotted here.
Just hanging around the mid lane, and okay, that's a flash on in. Showmaker in a lot of trouble, goes down. First blood goes to Raptor on the Kiana, and that's what happens when you don't have your flash.
Was actually very susceptible to ganks as Kalin.
This looks kind of obvious, yeah.
Yeah, we see the pings go down. So,
pings still.
Showmaker not falling for that one.
Although flag is coming down, and Showmaker is going down to the bottom lane. Nice flash here from Clear. Sees the Realm Warp, and he's just like, yeah, never mind. My team is getting grubs up top, and I'm getting ganked, so I'm just going to run away from this. Should be going down here momentarily, as here's Raptor, though, going to find Beryl. There's the root into the wall, into the ults. Does he have the damage? Doesn't look like it just yet, although Beryl is going to flash away and just dies anyway. Raptor saying, dude, I'm Kiana. And it doesn't seem like anyone on DK seems to know what this champion does.
And it's not going to be enough to completely break the game because aiming is still able to farm up. But these are very big leads that are being built here for BNK as Lucid.
Oh boy, yeah, just gonna run into 4 people and die. Everybody was backing together. I hope you guys are ready to see the true power of this champion.
Well, especially with Annie and Rumble and Nico. Maybe this will be the one.
4th ranged minion comes in as there is the ult stun, and now the Nico follow up. The flash does get the knock up into the root, and Showmaker is just dead again. The kill does go over to Kellen, but he's been trying so hard to make those plays happen. He finally gets one here, so he didn't really get to see it come to fruition here. Beryl taking huge amount of damage from the Nico, and now he's sticking around. This time he will flash. Level 2, and the rest of the team is ahead, especially when you consider the Kiana. Although Lucid is up a level on Raptor. The farm has been good for Lucid, so he's not massively behind. As here's Shiyu getting bullied on the right side. Raptor in a lot of trouble himself. They're going to get that shutdown on the Unara of all people. As BNK go a bit too deep in the enemy jungle. The flash follow from the side of Lucid is big. Plus the binding comes in, although a bit of a trade comes back here. Diablo trying to make something of it as he does get the kill onto 2. Alongside of Vikla, as now Kellen, he's still on the run, but eventually he will just die, as they should give this kill over to Shiyu, and it's a big turnaround here for Dplus KIA.
Pink's going down as well. I think they're expecting that to get placed towards the top half as, guys, the cannon is there. Is it enough?
I mean, Realm Warp coming in here as well. Showmaker going to get the aggro on this, as Clear is just doing as much damage as he can, as the Redemption added a little bit of damage. Clear still alive under this turret with basically nothing. The mid lane turret should be going down, and it's only a matter of time until somebody presses a button, but this push in mid is not being responded to very quickly.
But they got top as well. So I think that if you are BNK, probably not feeling too bad. Got 2 turrets. We'll give one up, and the kill did go over to Showmaker, which held this dragon. There isn't that much damage available here, but I think DK still should be able to get it because that's Kalin. Raptor will get spotted here.
Yeah, a little bit late for the real Kiana, and Yeah, so just Ocean Drake over to Dplus KIA. It's pretty nice, but not the end of the world. This game, at the end of the day, is very even.
Yes.
It does feel like either team could win from here, as they're trying to get some vision against Vikla, who is going to miss his bear. And Tibbers kind of done dirty by that one.
So, because the funniest part is, as much as
Okay, the root came in right as he pressed his R button. That's not a good look, as now the Cataclysm gets some nice value here. Bard, Tempered Fate, gonna keep them around for Xiu, who is thinking about it, certainly. But it's 5v5 in the bottom lane, and nothing really amounts of it after all of that.
Yeah, it was kind of
tank as well, which they don't really because they have Kiana in the jungle. As they're going to find Raptor here, by the way. The big zoom out as there's that ult, and the disengage cone will get Raptor to safety.
And I think they're just looking to get a response. Do note, Xiu doesn't have TP, but neither does Clear. He's here, though. Vikla TPing in now.
Yeah, it's just 5v4, and their turn is excellent.
Oh, they're going to give it up.
It's just going to be up to Lucid to try to steal it, but now with the equalizer, he just has to give it away. So a nice play here from the side of BNK, identifying that Xiu did not have his TP, and they just started on up with that extra damage, is now maybe looking for a bit more, or at least trying to save their mid turret, which they will be successful at doing.
And that is a ton of flowers going over to BNK. They already had a small lead, but now it turned into a big one.
Selection towards the end of the best of 5. Raptor kind of just running through the dark here. He's going to find a couple of members, as there's the ult, going to throw Xiu away, but he still dies. Meanwhile, Helen by himself here. He's got Vikla actually, but this is looking very good for the side of Dplus KIA, as one by one they are falling on the side of BNK. 3 of them will go over to DK. You also have Ryze and Yunara, so it's like, okay, Aiming just gonna run into this one. Thinks he can take the 1v1. He says, I'm Yunara, I'm OP. Flashing in is Diablo, and eventually gets pretty close, but he was going 1v4.
Wait, Vikla, no!
Vikla also going in, as, you know, he's pretty fast with this one. Actually looking pretty good for the side of BNK. The Zhonya's very nice timing here for Vikla. And that's a stun down as Lucid's going in. It's a very broken up fight. The equalizer only on the Lucid as he goes in, and he might be going out into the Death Tamer. Down he goes. Double knockup is here, and Clear is found aiming on the right side. Might be able to take him down. Finally does with that harpoon. As is very much Ryze grouping at this point in time.
Oh, you know I was going to yell it. As we'll see, Clear, I think, a little too early, maybe by the end of it. I think now he does it, yeah.
Yeah, well, especially with the shield. Just Kellen hanging out. He's going to get caught once again. Meanwhile, we got Xiu in a bit of trouble.
He has Death Dance. He
has Death Dance. He is not going down. And 2 Ocean Drakes, good enough for now. Vikla in a bunch of trouble. He will be fighting the dust as well. Clear by himself up against everyone. And he's just clearing the wave. And so another big play here for Dplus KIA, up 6,000 gold.
And it's Diablo by himself, pushing in mid, trying to get anything out of this, but that's going to be Baron, and the Baron is going to lead perfectly into the Ocean Soul as well. We're talking multi-man, so I'm talking 3-4-man. Kellen, Raptor, Vikla, Clear combos with the ultimates to try and make this one work.
Well, DK knows exactly where they are. They're trying to get the stealth and look for Lucid, but they're not quite going to land the stun. And so Lucid gets away, and now that Snow Kiana ult and Xiu is in the backline, they're going to throw everything into this Ambessa, who just turns the fight on its head. Big equalizer, though. Going to get 2 already for BNK. Make it a 3rd. BNK are turning the fight around. Showmaker by himself only has Barrel. And they kind of just ran face first into Clear's Rumble, and they didn't know what to expect. As Barrel should be going down, and it will be an ace. It wasn't clean, but it's a huge win for BNK.
And just like that, the 8.5k gold lead turns into 4. The burst a lot harder as Vikla might be by himself here.
Yeah, he's just going to try to turn on the Showmaker because he has nowhere to go. The whole team is coming up here, including Redemption, as he will go into his Zhonya's, trying to buy some time, but just kind of dies after the fact. So they're going to have to back away from this play.
Now Xiu might be a little bit overextended. We'll see. I think they could be looking for a collapse here.
It is BNK, so the whole team is trying to move. Yeah, he's just going to TP. Lots of damage was coming out, but not enough.
As I actually thought it was proc there, but I guess Barrel...
Nope, just missed.
Yeah.
Okay, they finally got it, actually. The Ryze. And Raptor going to take that one down. So blue buff for the team.
This is just Rumble. Like, I don't...
Yeah. Meanwhile, the bottom lane.
They need to... They're canceling the backs.
Yeah.
That's just inhib.
Yeah, the inhib's just gone. So the
Wait,
gambit does not work.
No, Shiu.
No, that's
as
gone
the minions.
down.
Yeah, it's
gone down. Have the advantage,
yes.
but BNK have the tempo vibes, if that makes sense.
Oh, I get that. Barrel's
after the last fight, you know?
Why, Barrel, why are you here?
Just gonna find a bunch of members of BNK and die.
And Lucid could look to steal.
It's fine.
They don't really have a great way of keeping Jarvan out of the pitch. Oh my gosh, just dipping to the base! You're all locked in!
Yeah, but Vickless here. So that's going to be stopped. It's a bit of a 4-on-3. The equalizer, they will have to turn on a Lucid, who just goes in, but it still goes over to Raptor, who lands the smite. Aiming is looking pretty good. And the ult here from Shiu is massive. Gets into that back line, and Aiming is doing tons of damage. Will take down Raptor as Kellen just barely gets away. Vikla is holding on, trying to survive here, and that he will, as he's got some help as well. Hey, 5,000
that
assists.
Could not have happened in a more perfect manner.
Congratulations, Sparrow.
That's impeccable. They will be able to push more. It's definitely going to be a negative gold Red Bull Baron power play.
Well, Barrel nearly dies, and actually might still. Heals coming in, and it's actually just a bait.
It was just all. It was all planned. It was all planned.
They're solo actually. Aiming just not paying attention. I don't know. He just dies. Showmaker also just dies.
This might be it.
He's coming in from Shiu, but the engage is onto Aiming. They're going to zone him away, but they use quite a lot. Flash and Equalizer and Tibbers. And so they have to pull off of the Baron.
So to Jace, she was behind them.
Elder about to spawn here in 20 seconds. They're going to find Shiu on the backside, but it's only Clear that can do anything to him.
And Nip's down.
They just let it go. They're like, no, we didn't want that anyway.
Well, you kind of do, though.
Snow Flash Tibbers. As they're going to
Diablo.
find Diablo. Can they follow up on it is really the question, as the zoning is there, but Shiu is on the back line. Kellen getting pretty low himself, but Shiu goes into his GA.
They got Raptor.
They did get Raptor as well, and that is going to be huge. The Flash exhaust comes in as the kiting will begin, and Vikla doesn't have any help here as the front line just disappears. Shiu's still doing a ton of damage. And Diablo just by himself gets flashed on by the Jarvan. And that will be the end of this game. Just a weird fight in the mid lane. No objectives taken. And DK will take it eventually.
And like a good thriller, when you think you know what's about to happen, it takes a left turn. We thought we were going to get an Elder flip. We thought it was going to be an objective fight. No. They just kind of fight each other. And DK somehow get a clean ace. And DK game one strikes again, and I don't feel like that's a good representation of the game.
Very convincing fashion. But I
don't really have another way of talking about it, Valdez.
They just had Shiu to clean up.
And in the end, it's Barrel that finds the catch. That starts off the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 of these, please.
It's always Barrel. So,
guys, we need AD,
and you can be straight up counterpicked here.
Guys, we need AD. We're not.
No, they have shattered Sunder Sky Xinjiao.
Yes,
it's fine. Just play Vlad.
There's a Cassante on the enemy team.
Oh, okay. We're just playing Veigar. Okay. Little bit of spicy draft prep coming in here for this game.
I don't know if I could have hated an R5 Veigar more, because I love R5 Veigar. Okay. I'm a big fan.
But it's spicy and new, Chronicler.
No, I'm a big fan. But like, what? You don't have AD damage. They have Cassante.
Sunder Sky Xinjiao should be good enough, right?
Not only that, but you reduce the value of your Ziggs because they're going to stack MR. Yes. And then that you can't play Veigar Ziggs.
You're right. Damage profile is not necessary. Let's get ready to jump on the rift for game number 2.
Good follow-up on the Pantheon W or set up for a Pantheon W.
Okay. Trading Flash is here. It's going to be a win for BNK's bot lane.
I think if they get a bigger... I would have felt better about it if they got a better health trade. Pantheon also has the ability with his Empower W to proc Bromstun immediately.
They don't fully clear the wave, and Kellen is tanking this one up all the way down. First blood goes to the Pantheon, and they deny a tiny little bit away from Amy.
But that's so
Well,
It's gonna be
no chapter done.
Actually, yeah, I thought it was gonna.
Bit of a trade up here in the top lane. Chiu in a lot of trouble.
He has another cookie.
Is Sion. It's getting smacked down. There's the shield. And eventually, who am I kidding? All right, well, level 6. Arcane Storm comes out, and the flash on through. Wanted to press that R button onto Vikla. Just going to trade flashes there.
I don't even think he would have died. And I think they're too late. Like, DK's entrenched. They really get to set up properly here.
Just trying to engage on a Vikla who does not have his flash. He's going to get caged, and down he will go. First kill for the side of DK will come down to Lucid. Raptor getting on in there, not going to, well, he gets the one grub, but he's not going to get out of here, as that is a couple of kills going the way of Dplus KIA.
Diablo, don't check that brush. Don't do it.
Did you say check that brush?
So,
all right, here we go. They're going to find Raptor over the top. The Ziggs bomb comes in, and Raptor, they're just going to turn on a Kellen instead and let Raptor go. Not sure about that, but either way, they get the surefire kill.
there's no shot.
That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. I do agree. Lucid is actually a raid boss. Diablo doesn't get to play the game. Really did not want to flash, but now he's got to get away from the redemption kill. This is already complete here for Beryl.
I swear. Oh, Raptor. He might have to flash.
Yeah, he definitely will have to. I don't know if that's going to help him, though, as he might just die first. There's the R button press from Showmaker, and he is down. Dplus KIA controlling everything around this early game. It's kind of like getting baited by the vision they have rather than playing safe around the vision they don't have, which is what they should be doing, especially after losing one. Engage Braum comes in. They're going to find Beryl. In goes the Pantheon. Gets in the cage, actually. Diablo and Kellen, though, zoned away, as eventually Beryl kind of fail flashes and will go down here. But Diablo pretty low. Let's see what will come of this fight now, as she was just gonna land that full Q as in goes the cage, and that Cassante not very safe here. Showmaker says nobody can get close to me. Raptor trying to frontline for the team. They will take down Lucid actually, but the bomb gets him on the backside. Vikla continuing to go here up against Showmaker, as eventually the Braum, or rather Raptor does bite the dust, and Showmaker actually gets the kill at the very end with the Q. Just takes him out, just like that.
And the game is I think, nigh unplayable here, barring a colossal throw from DK. And BNK, they're going to keep trying, but it's not working!
They're going in onto mines. I mean, Diablo trying to tank this one out, essentially. Lucid, though, caught out, and eventually does go down.
Beryl doesn't have smite.
Gonna find Kellen, but actually it was a bait, and Clear just kind of misses. All right, there's the slow and the stun follow-up, and Showmaker is just dead. No flash for him, and it's a shutdown going over to Diablo.
There we go.
It's fine if there's no engage on the enemy comp, right? You're not really being
It is!
Not really being threatened. And here comes you, the flash into the sun. Diablo just needs to get out of the fight right now, although Lucid is going so deep for this Lucian, and I think he just dies to Cassante instead. So Lucid seeing blood in the water, but now he only sees his own. Kind of unfortunate there. Some low health bars, though, on the side of BNK, so maybe DK can roll into something here.
And I wish that DK played a little bit more towards just playing. That's the most Diablo dash I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm like, tell that to BNK. They're going to make a position.
I just don't think you can approach here. Like, your engage just isn't good enough.
Well, what if you just force it?
With the Herald, let's go!
Yeah, just force it. And now you're, okay, well, your Pantheon is very far away from the Heralds, or the Otacon, rather, and, yeah, no, I have no idea. She was just going to ult away, and they just get the Otacon for free.
You know that SpongeBob meme where, like, Squidward's in his house and he's looking at the people?
Yeah.
That was Raptor, like, looking like, no, my Otacon!
They can just throw a bunch of stuff into the bush and threaten. As Clear, yeah, he's getting that angle. The Event Horizon is down, and Lucid has to Crescent Guard already. And yes, Redemption comes down, but they just run away. Maybe a re-engage here, a re-contest.
Yeah, Lucid's going to try and heal. They're going to look for the fight here, I think. But Soulpoint's going to go over for to BNK.
Yeah, and they throw everything in that they possibly can. outside of the smite, of course, so it just goes to BNK. And Claire's like, well, we could fight, but why?
They want to. That's a risk.
All right, Culling's going to come down once again. The stun going to hit the Scion, but everything is thrown into Shiyu. So that's not the target they were looking for, and immediately BNK are backing away.
We're just brawling in the river. Is Shiyu okay? Like, he's really far up. Is he just dead?
You mean Clear?
Sorry, Clear.
Is, maybe. He is Cassante, and he's not quite going to time that correctly, as down he will go. Lucid does have to go into the Crescent Guard, but yeah, Clear not taking the correct path.
Oh, that's a good character arc.
Yeah.
Next time, I gotta admit curses are real, and then it's just, that's a full wrap.
You should.
No.
I mean, okay, we're just dashing into melee range of the Scion. And that's going to be the flash setup, but Diablo, who's going to take the bomb to the face too, as there's the engage from the bait, but he just dies. And now we have a flank coming in. Diablo in a lot of trouble. He's immediately going to start going the other way, but Flash comes in and you can't get away from the Xin Zhao. Clear, zoned away on the right side, and Raptor all by his lonesome is continuing to go in, gets the kill, as Sundered Sky, more OP than Sundered Sky in this case. And
Clear's gonna get the execute again?
he's just clearing the wave too.
Oh, I like that. No! I thought Showmaker was further away. They got Soul. That could be a win condition for BNK Valdez.
Yeah, absolutely could be. We have TP coming in from the Victor as potential stun here from the engaged Braum. Clear on the backside. So you're doing a good job of zoning everybody away. As Kellen is just dead, but a lot used into the Braum, I suppose, as the sun is going to miss. It's knocked into the side by the blast cone. That's how I like to see it used. As Diablo now in a lot of trouble, nowhere for him to go, and it is just an absolute slaughter in favor of Dplus KIA, and they will take down this dragon as well.
And yeah, they're just going to look to end. They have a lot of damage here towards structures with Ziggs. No one with wave clear is up anytime soon. There's pushing to end.
Well, we got 13 seconds on Cassante. That's going to be the first member that actually is able to try to do something. Kellen will have to somehow get in and try to block some shots onto the turrets, perhaps, but it doesn't look like there's enough time. Down he goes, and Clear is up, and all they got to do is hit that Nexus, and they have so much AP that they can. They're just going to get the kill. It's 2-0 to Dplus KIA, 30 minutes for game 2.
Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps it was a Veigar angle, because I do think a lot of what made BNK's game extremely hard was that they were playing 4 melee characters effectively. And a Fury for Raptor. He's been exceptional on this pick. They used it as a counter to the Viari that we saw, if I remember correctly, from DK. That I would not like. I do not. I'm not even remotely on board. This is one of those things where you're like, oh, you know, you got Alistair for the AoE CC, you have lane prio, like it's a really good lane matchup, you have Wukong, you know, this big wombo combo, you can play with the shove. In practice, though, doesn't aiming just like try to walk up auto once and then just die?
Pretty much, yeah. He's just going to be an ult bot and
then again,
try his best to do something.
I think aiming has already been struggling, and maybe they just need him to be an ult bot.
They want to move on to the next round. Otherwise, Dplus KIA will take that spot. Let's jump onto the rift for game number 3.
If you are the bot lane of DK, and obviously Shiyu wants to just bully the Renekton as much as possible. Chase.
Yeah, meanwhile, we got to play in mid, but yeah, it's going to be a quick first blood going the way of DK as Showmaker just accepts his fate. Doesn't even flash. He says, I'm too far up the lane here, and it gets traded back.
Here, Shiyu gets the cash in, and yeah, Renekton, unfortunately, this early on, not that much he can do. The fact he flashes, I think, very unfortunate. And yeah, Showmaker looking for a trade because Vikla's low, and good call, yeah, not to flash. There's just no way you ever live there.
He didn't share of... Okay, well, Vikla's just going to face check here and might be in some trouble, has to flash. Not sure what the idea was there, but yeah, we haven't seen all that much Jace, and so
Showmaker does have ult, so maybe they want to look for a delayed play here.
Well, it seems like they're doing something of the sort as it's going to be Beryl in a lot of trouble, gets swept up, and looks like he should be a casualty here. Down he goes, kill given over to Raptor, who is now 2-0.
As now we have the fight for the grubs here. Lucid is 6. And yeah, Wukong into this assassin. He's always going to have a very fun time when it comes to the pure 1v1.
Yeah. Especially with the top lane the way it is, and a TP coming in from Showmaker means that Lucid should be able to get all of these.
As this is a wave that's being prepped. Oh boy.
Yeah, he's just going to go forward instead. He says, I'll just die over here instead of under the turret.
I mean, that's what you can do. Like, get the minions. Any of Clear's gameplay has been an issue. He got dove. And I got dove again.
Yeah, he's just playing Renekton into Jace. As now he's going to get in range and just gets kited out.
Oh no, okay, that was not good.
And now Lucid's coming in.
Oh no, not the war timing. That feels so bad.
Just wait for Kellen. Surely you can just play safe top. It's okay. He's going to flash away, and he gets cycloned again. And Kellen never gets there on time, not in a million years. So that's going to be another kill.
No, leave Clear alone. Come on. He suffered enough.
What do you mean? You got to follow the croc.
No.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Oh,
Punish again.
He's so dead.
Yeah, there's no winning. They're even going to
just
heal their way
diving.
in. It's, yeah, might as well, I guess. As now trying to make a play in mid. They're trying to get Shiu, but instead it's Raptor who's in a lot of trouble, but actually baits him in as Kellen does join the fight. Showmaker is pretty low, but he is going to get away just barely. So
that's the really worrying part.
Yeah, there is a trend as Diablo just doesn't have his Feather Storm, so he has to flash.
Crap's just kind of stuck there as
yeah. All right, nice knockback to delay the sweep, but it doesn't quite matter as Shiu is going to go down. Redemption comes in. Lucid also goes down. And it's a 3-0 Nafiri. And Vikla got a shutdown.
Might be looking for Dragon here, but DK is there to contest. Can they?
We got TPs coming in. Showmaker
he has to flash
an item, and he's dead. Yeah, so the TP is able to get in behind, and Showmaker just kind of dies.
Turret would be big here for DK. Herald comes down.
It's a lot of chip damage in a barrel. Now the Herald kind of up against a rock and a hard place. Has to kind of curl around, and there it is. We'll take down the mid turret with like 300 health left. And Lucid gets out alive, of course.
But they have so much. It might just be gone. Like, look at where Lucid is. I think this is just gone.
They do this so quickly, especially with Diablo on it now, as it's down to 6K, and everybody's so far away. Lucid is nowhere to be seen. And this is just going to be a free Otacon going the way of BNK. Beryl says maybe a little, some free steak as well. On top of it is not quite. Clear is going to have to flash here in mid. Meanwhile, the follow-up engage comes in. The Featherstorm utilized. Diablo just flashing out of there. He wants none of this.
Shiu
just kind of dead. Raptor, though, going to get engaged on. Goes invulnerable. Now he's going deep for another one. Gets another kill. And he's out. Incredible aiming. It's just going to ult into the abyss as he was caught. And Raptor showing this Nafiri's power, 6-0 after that fight.
Otacon alone would have been a big win. As let's take a look at the first-person view here.
Got Jace. It's looking good. No flash on Talia. A handshake.
Where it kind of went back and forth a lot of times, but I think BNK's teamfight is so good in this one, as we did see Sopen being taken as...
All right, gonna find Diablo on the front side, but he is Zaya, so yeah, he's gonna get hit by the aggressive Redemption. But there's no objectives on the map at this point, so I am not sure that they care too much about that. So it's very difficult for DK from this position from behind to actually find engages, as speaking of which, engage from the side of BNK.
They're so strong. They have GA, free items as
goes. Just gonna press the buttons on aiming, I suppose. Raptor gonna force Redemption.
She was on the flank.
He does have Bloodthirster. So that doesn't do a whole lot. Now the wall's gonna come down, that flank comes in. The knockback doesn't hit anything.
Clear's there.
Yeah, Clear gonna find that angle, and now the front line all charmed up. Showmaker not a part of this fight as they try to get down to Diablo, but the wall comes up from the Azir, and they shut the door in their face. As Ingo's loose, it's just desperate for something. They will take down Clear. with an ult from aiming, so that is one. As Lucid, kind of a very short pull on that clone, but he will be okay.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get over the wall, but doesn't have to use cooldowns. All or nothing here. You gotta steal this one. Otherwise, BNK are gonna bring us to a next game. Oh, he doesn't have clone. Well, I have to flash.
Yeah, and it just looks like he is going to get knocked up. There's the... Oh, goes over to Zaya. Very close there, actually. But Lucid will bite the dust, and this is going heavily in favor of BNK after the take of the Baron, as they will take it down. Showmakers in the bottom lane.
They knew.
And the game looks to be over, guys.
Yeah, Showmaker, like the hard commit to try and, you know, steal and or get an exit kill while Showmaker's in there. BNK bounce back in a big way. Make sure that we don't actually. He's gonna
wall.
Will they be able to stall? I don't think it really matters.
You're gonna buy like 5 seconds.
Might be enough.
In they go. Flash away from Showmaker. Spending a lot of time chasing.
It's not enough.
The Talia and aiming is gonna spawn. I mean, the turret is still alive. And there's the ult on the wave. Everybody has to kind of flash out of there. At least Raptor did.
Barrel's dead.
Barrel is dead. Nexus turret is going to fall. BNK have to play this one out very carefully, as aiming just going to disappear. And it looks like maybe the wallets are just big enough as they get the knock up there onto the chase. And we will be having a series on our hands. It's actually happening here as DK not able to close out a lead, and BNK take game number 3. And Vikla able to do quite a lot of damage. Shout out to Raptor as well. The two of them kind of catching Shu in that weird wonky fight in the river is really what kind of got the snowball going in a big way for the side of BNK.
There is going to be a pick here.
Okay.
For Vikla, and it looks like it will be the Tristana here.
It's blind, so it's hard. You know, you gotta pick something. But this is just 4 threats and Nautilus. So
oh, that is kind of disgusting into this comp.
It's certainly very good into the first 3 picks.
It does also give a good ultimate over to Silas, but that said, the Miasma is just a nightmare to play into for many members on this team.
Zoe?
Zoe Lee.
Is he doing it?
Zoe Lee!
Doing it! Zoe is back.
So I love the color theming we have going on here. I do think we're very consistent there. That's fun. For BNK, I think the lanes have to go well. For me, this comp kind of stands and falls, and really for either side. Neither of these comps, I think, will look good when they fall behind. It doesn't really, compared to some of the other comps we've seen, I think, have the longevity.
And lots of comfort here for the side of Dplus KIA. Let's hop on the rift for game 4.
Electrocute Zoe. Because 2 kills and the game becomes unplayable, right?
Yeah.
For your team. Yeah, the timing on the swap is still nice for DK. They got the crash to top thanks to the setup. But cancel on barrel is nice. I don't think there's really any threat here, but on the contrary, Shiyu was here already. So is this looking to be a 4v4 here? It's all about the burst here. Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought we were gonna have fun.
Baited by Grubs.
What, don't you want fun?
No, I mean, I do. It's just, I knew that they were going to get one and just back away.
Oh, that's boring.
That's the way new Grubs go. That's the way it goes.
Then something that impacts the game's barrel.
Is it a legend?
Barrel, you know!
Okay, they're going in, and everybody's here, but Raptor, very squishy, is going to be taken out first. It's now Diablo. Just going to have to hop away, and Kellen in a lot of trouble.
Kellen, no!
Yeah, Kellen, yes. Down he goes, 2-0 to the junglers. Barrel nearly dies. Diablo tried to flash Q that and miss.
Ready to save his body as...
Oh, and guess what? Guess who doesn't have flash? Not sure if it would have mattered, but...
I guess. They can give it this dragon. DK can. This is still nice, though, for BNK. Really kind of giving up some of the pressure, but they did answer for this with a lot of pressure, right, towards the mid lane in particular.
You know, I didn't want to bring it up, but after game 2, you were like, well, I guess it's just a 3-0. You did say that. And here we go. Going in onto aiming, who is very out of position and might just go down. Gets flashed on and taken out. Raptor lives. And now Barrel might have to pay for the sins of the team as he will go down as well. It's 2 kills in the pocket of BNK.
And the bot lane struggles for DK continuous. The poke is hitting, TP's coming in, Lucid's in the area.
The bubble's not going to hit. We got Meganar on timing,
so
though.
Low. They will all get one-tapped, and Lucid should have an advantage here if he can get the Q off.
Q is used, but they're not putting in the damage just yet. Lucid in range, Kellen hooking the wall, and Lucid's right here. The dash! Oh, he's going to miss! And the dash gets him away. Lucid outplaying and breaking their ankles, as this one will go into the hands of Dplus KIA. Can't even blame aiming for that.
Very clean. Okay, Lucid goes in, right? Watch this dash. Dashes away out of the ultimate. Hits the Q. Sunder Sky obviously doing some insane things there, but that was the turning point, possibly.
Well, they're just going to keep their Tristana top. And keep in mind, this is without Baron. They're just pushing mid and bot at the same time. Gnarled stolen, but no angles to use it.
Oh, Feldas, that's so sad.
And eventually, I mean, yeah, you gotta try to get some engage off. But Kellen, he's just gonna be isolated up against the wall and the bubble, and he will have to flash away. That is Raptor, of course. Kellen goes in and just dies. Looks like DK might just have it. That damage is insane from the Zoe. So we might be seeing more of this as playoffs comes along, as Clear is actually gonna help Diablo get the kill. Still a chance, I suppose, but not looking very good. Dplus KIA backing away and playing it safe from 7,000 gold ahead.
Just arcane shifting in front of his body, but Barrel can just go in on anything now!
Yeah, he is that tanky, and the bubble's gonna land. The Q is absolutely gonna paddle him in the face as in he goes. Lucid not quite able to get the angle, though, with the kick. Kicks Diablo away, follows the Q, is very much alone as the Paddle Star is going to miss as well, and down will go Lucid. Barrel extremely low himself. Vikla just hopping away. Diablo gonna get exhausted. They're thinking about it. The flash on in, and the auto from the side of Showmaker gets the kill. Make it 2. As Kellen make it 3. DK may have just done it, as Raptor is going to be zoned out of this one, and it looks like they might just look for the Baron. Bubble walked over by Kellen. Raptors running in, and DK, they're playing it safe. They're hopping away. The bubble gonna hit Diablo, and the follow-up is there for Showmaker. The one-shot gets the Ezreal, but now Showmaker is very out of position, but they get the Tristana as well, and I think that should just be enough. Down goes Kellen, and down goes Clear. Eventually, there it is. Kill goes over to Shiu, and that will be Dplus KIA moving on to the next round of the Gauntlet.
And the rematch between DK and T1 is on. It was a 5-game banger. We were hoping for one today. But despite that resurgence in Game 4, this is where BNK, their season ends. No shot at an LCK title. No shot at making Worlds. It was DK, 3-1 victory here today. A breakout year for Diablo. Shiu, I don't know who is going to end up getting it. Showmaker after the Zoe game could very well be it. But I think when you look at the end of the season for BNK, there were moments in this year that I think even this placement would have seemed impossible. They really turned it around towards the end.
Yeah.
DK have gone to Worlds 6 years consecutively.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then the winner of that faces off against GNG is BNK. Final attempt here. I do think still, development for this team has been great. Their drafts, particularly in playoffs, have been such a big step up. But falling here at the final hurdle with a 3-1 loss against DK.
Let's take a look at the player of the match. And it will be Lucid, actually.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the post-match interview translation, joined by Lucid, the POM, and Beryl on the side of Dplus KIA. Congratulations! Lucid, with that 3-1, you get to continue your playoffs run. How do you feel? You know, this was our last chance, and this means that if we lost, our season would be coming to an end, and I just didn't really want my vacation to start. And I really wanted to continue my run, so we really wanted this win badly, and I'm just really glad that we were able to continue our run. Yes, losing meant elimination. So, what did you play with? What mindset did you play with, Beryl? No, given that we were put in this situation, I think any team that had more confidence would advance, and that's the type of mindset that I had. And in the latest plans, you were against BNK FearX and lost in a 5-game series, but today was a 3-1 victory. So, what do you think made the difference today? So back then, I feel like I didn't play very well, particularly myself, and I think I was able to play better than before back then. So I think that was what really was the difference. And Beryl, the enemy Bob Diablo Kellen duo. So shutting their aggression down was the key. So whether it was draft or gameplay, what did you focus on? You know, Diablo is such an aggressive player. But our veterans in our team has a deep champion pool, so we try to utilize that as much as possible. And Lucid, you know, lately, Kiana Jungle is trending. And it's an undefeated pick in the LPL, but it has yet to get a win in the LCK. So as a person to utilize Kiana Jungle in the LCK, the first one, what are your thoughts on her? Honestly, I think Kiana's really good. I feel like out of 30 solo queue games, I would usually win 20 games with Kiana. So I feel like she's still very good and viable. So it looks like you will be the one to end the losing streak with her. Yeah, I think our fans are definitely looking forward to me winning with Kiana. So I will make that happen. And in game 2, it looks like Ziggs. The value of Ziggs has been surging. So what is your read on Ziggs? I feel like there are a lot of different picks that we are seeing because of the fearless draft, and I think Ziggs, out of those options, it just happens to be a really good pick in the current meta. And for game 4, you guys picked red side, so what was crucial in the draft? No, I think by game 4, I didn't think it was very useful for us to go with blue side, so we have to just think about getting the most out of the red side at that point. And Beryl, it looks like you were actually also a nominee for POM, and it looks like you are also seem to be at the top of your form. So what do you think? Honestly, today, I think I was able to focus and I was really warmed up. Whenever I am focused and concentrated, I actually feel really hot, and I feel like today was that day. And Lucid, we had a really cool highlight from you with your Lee Sin, so let's take a look at the replay. As soon as the Nautilus wasted hook, you went in. So what angle were you looking for? Honestly, this was really just my intuition. I think we were really good on the spell check, so we knew that the enemy didn't have flash. So that spell check actually paid off the most. And Lucid just says, God of teamfight. Wow. Do you agree with that, Beryl? Honestly, I was too busy calming, so I didn't really hear that. But honestly, yeah, I think the way he dodged the Gnar ult was pretty impressive. Yeah, I actually didn't even realize that he was saying he was the god of teamfight. There's another occasion to celebrate. Beryl, in game 1, you reached 5,000 LCK assists. Let's hear it for Beryl. What an incredible milestone. As a 7-year LCK support, what other milestones do you want to hit? I think for my personal records, as long as I can play, I'm sure I will get there. But I feel like my top priority is for my team to perform and score higher. And now that you've survived another day, you'll be in the lower bracket round 2 against T1. So Are you confident in this challenge, Lucid? You know, even last year, we actually went to Worlds by defeating T1, and I feel like we're at a really good point where we're pretty confident. We're feeling quite good. So yeah, I think we'll be able to make it. What about you, Beryl? I feel like, last time we lost against BNK FearX and we couldn't advance, but this time around we want to make sure that we win against T1 to go ahead and make it to Worlds. And that's the end of the interview with Lucid and Beryl. And back to the space. Thank you.